Goldilocks, stop riding Pochita! Who's that Pokemon? Oh! Why are you so dramatic? Look at these molts! That's right, it's an invertebrate episode, Morty. Oh! And here we have with us our chief construction manager and architect of the Tarantula Townhome, my Shaco Golden Knee Goldilocks. Here's gonna be our tour guide. Though I'm still trying to puzzle out why she stole all of my tools. Please leave Pochita alone. First thing we wanted to do was show you the progress of the vivarium that we set up last weekend for our new gecko. Look at the plants, they're doing so fantastically. And thank you guys so much for watching that previous video. Everything's looking real good. Everything's going well. Isopods and springtails are doing their thing. And I've got more springtails a-brewing down here. Dart frogs are also doing well. And they are a little bit jealous because this is an invertebrate episode. That's right, this is an invertebrate Okay then. Who are we going to start with first? All right, Goldilocks, whisper in my ear. Whisper. Alrighty then, Chief Goldilocks would like to examine our Brachypelma species first. Let's start off with my newest addition, my Brachypelma Klassi. Her name is Maki from the hit show Jujutsu Kaisen. Isn't she just beautiful? What a class act. Speaking of class, I showed how to rehouse her in a previous video. So these beautiful spiders are endemic to Mexico. And interestingly enough, they are the rarest of all Brachypelmas. Look at that rust! They do lean towards the west coast of Mexico. And these adults can get up to about 6 to 7.5 centimeters. Hey, can't help but notice that you didn't subscribe to the channel and like the video. Oh, don't want to end up like me, the death feigning beetle that's totally not dead. And they have also been found on the western slopes of the Sierra Madre Occidental. These little beauties have been placed on Appendix 2 of CITES. So there is a bunch of illegal pet trading going on here. Now for me, this one was born and bred in captivity from one of my breeder friends. She truly is a beauty. Isn't that right, Goldilocks? Yes, yes. Alrighty then, our tour guide would like to go next to our Brachypelma boehmi. The Brachypelma boehmi, colloquially known as the Mexican fire leg, is a species of tarantula, terrestrial in nature, that is endemic to Mexico as well, particularly in the Guerrero state. They are burrowers and they do enjoy kicking a hair or two every now and again, particularly this specimen. So our tour guide here took it upon herself to want to introduce yous guys to Charmander. That's right, Charmander, say hello. Char. She sure loves her brothers and sisters. Very similar in morphology and color to the Brachypelma Hamorii. Oh, look, there it is. And they do have a moderate to slow growth rate. So the legs, as you can see, are a bright fiery red on the patella or knees. And then they get more and more orange as you go down the leg. And you can find these beautiful angels in southern Mexico, occasionally western Mexico, and they are all about some scrubland. Where are you going, girl? Come back. Males can live 7 to 8 years long, females 9 to 10 or longer. Anecdotally, I've heard of these girls living up to 15 years. And this Brachypelma species is also in CITES, Appendix 2. And permits are required to collect or take them out of their habitat. Nevertheless, this one was also bred in captivity as I do not collect wild-caught specimens. And there she goes. She's just so precious. I love her so much. Goldilocks, you're my angel, yes. The tour guide has stated that we are going to check out a freshly molted Brachypelma Hamorii. And I named this beautiful specimen Redbeard after a fellow Twitch streamer. The Brachypelma Hamorii is also native to the western parts of Mexico. Look at that molt, oh mama! Can also be found in Sierra Madre del Sur. So they like to live in the mountains. Also native to the Mexican states of Colima, Jalisco, and Michoacan. I'm totally not reading off Wikipedia right now. Nopers! Actually, I am! And anecdotally, these beautiful little beauties can live up to 30 or 30 años. That's 30 years in lifespan. Super slow growth rate. And they love kicking hairs. Got recent molt, so I need to take this one out and see if I can sex this little beauty. And they also like to live in burrow, like to live under rocks. You know, you might find them under some logs, maybe some shrubbery or some such thing. And this one is also in the Appendix 2 of CITES. And Redbeard here is a captive born and bred specimen too. Ain't that right, little baby? Alrighty, then it looks like our tour guide Goldilocks is getting a little tired and she is tapping out. Good thing we have Sergeant Potato! Do you solemnly swear to be an excellent tour guide, uphold the laws of the Tarantula Townhome, and not be sus? And I do swear to uphold the sanctified laws of tour guide. Alright, Sergeant Potato, let's get to our next candidate. The Davus Pentaloris. Super duper fossorial species, which means it likes to burrow quite a bit. Let's see if I can get the little guy out. Colloquially, this little guy is called the Guatemalan tiger rump, and you'll see why in a moment. Okay. He's down in there. What's up, little guy? What's up, little guy? See the tiger stripes? Such beautiful colors. Remarkable colors, really. We're not eating at the moment. We will be, though. You guys want to see if this one will eat? Oh, baby. All right, guys, surprise feeding. We're going to feed our Davus Pentaloris. All right, let me go get some crickets. Grown quite a bit. Alrighty, folks, brace yourselves for some savagery. Let's see if we can get a good shot. See if we can get a good shot for you. Ooh! Lord have mercy, look at that. Ain't that just awesome? It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Anyways, the Davus Pentaloris is a New World species from Central America, specifically Mexico and Guatemala, which apparently has some high morphological variability. And apparently after they did some DNA testing, there are 13 clearly diagnosable species, which is pretty cool. We love biodiversity. Pretty awesome dwarf species, love the colors. Really amazing tarantula overall. Loves to burrow, loves to dig up her water dish as well. A lot of hide here. Sergeant Potato's a big fan. Yeah, love this spider. Got that thing in her maw. And they do have urticating hairs, of course. Females can live up to about, maybe like 9-10 years or so. Males probably about a quarter of that. And I have had this one since it was a baby. Since it was a wee spiderling, yes. And for the last part of our little production here, we are going to talk a little bit about our Central American tarantula species and their enclosures and husbandry. Riveting stuff, isn't that right, my blue-tongued companion? Well, for the Brachypelma Klassi, she likes it pretty dry. Got a little bit of moss in here, but for the most part, she loves to burrow in her two hides. That's a little cute little skull thing right there. It's pretty adorable. And like I was mentioning earlier, she loves to take her water and dump it out. Yeah, pretty dry, pretty arid, not a ton of humidity requirements here. Definitely like the dryness. And I do have this acrylic top on top of this enclosure. I can probably take this one off and substitute it onto a tarantula that has higher humidity requirements, so I'll probably do that later. And pretty much the same thing for your Brachypelma Boehmi. And this one's definitely close to a molt, by the way. Got a nice little hide in here, nice little enclosure decoration with the skull, the log, and the nice little plant thing that's, definitely fake. I've been working on the water so my tarantulas can kick it out again. Tarantula Grim, why is the water so dirty? Literally doesn't matter, dude. She will kick it out. Take it out, just really does not like water. Pretty much the same situation here. I need to take this molt out. Let's go ahead and take this last piece of the molt out of there. Same situation for the Brachypelma Hamorii, aka Brachypelma Smithi. You want your hide, want your decoration, like it pretty dry. This is, of course, cocoa fiber. Got your nice water dish in there. Particular Brachypelma Hamorii redbeard here doesn't exactly love to take water out of her bowl. This one's one of the more well-behaved water denizens of the Tarantula Central American collection. Yeah, pretty routine. Feed them every week. Give them a large dubia or roach, depending on abdomen size. Or a couple crickets. And they do pretty well, isn't it right, my little helper bee? So let's give a big old round of applause to our 2 tour guides. Of course, Goldilocks here, my Shako Golden, beautiful tarantula girl. She's so special. And of course, my beautiful blue-tongued boy, Sergeant of the Potato. Aye, he is a spud. He is wondrous. Yeah, good boy, he is. So thank you guys so much for watching. Pleasure to have you, and God bless you. Central American species this time. Next time we're going to do the South American species. They're so cool. Much love to you, friends. We will see you in the next video. Also, Jeremy and her jar.